I was talking to a group of people just a couple of days ago, and we were reminiscing about the good old days of online marketing. And we started talking about launches and people and strategies and speakers and trainers and all kinds of things like that in that area. And as we talked, we started talking about the good players, the people that we admire, the people that we follow, the people that we have paid for, and all those kinds of things like that. And of course, in that conversation, one of the things that got brought up is that there are some bad players in the online marketing niche. And as we were talking, somebody made a key point that I think is valuable for me to pass on to all of us. This person said this: the people who are using, who we can see in our industry, so we've got them around us, who are showing the worst behaviors, the behaviors that are on the edge or totally immoral or not the way we would want to do business. And what those people are is those people are evidence that shows you that you could become the same thing if you lose your moral compass. In other words, we're here. There's a line here. We don't want to be on the other side of that line. What keeps us from ever crossing that line? Because here's the thing. I've discovered that most people have a high enough standard of morals and personal behavior that they rarely lose it all at once. They rarely cross that line entirely all at once. What they end up doing is, it's like, okay, I'll try this one thing. It's not too bad. And they do. And it wasn't too bad. And then they try that. And eventually what ends up happening is you find yourself having crossed that line and you're in that part of the world that you didn't want to be in, and you swore to yourself you would never be in the past. Now, this can happen in business ethics. It can happen in personal lives. It can happen in addiction. It can happen in all kinds of things. And I want to share my personal rule in this area that has helped me all along. I have two amazing sweet grandmas, and both of those grandmas have passed away now, but I like to think of what I call the grandma rule, which goes like this: if I can't be totally comfortable explaining every single thing about what I do, how I market it, how I treat my customers, all those, if there's anything that I would feel uncomfortable sharing with my grandma, or knowing that my grandma would say, "What?" I don't do that thing. Now, you may not have memories of your grandmas. And so it might be Aunt Sue. It might be your spouse. It might be your child. It might be your friend down the street, whatever it is. But if you can have an image of a person in your mind who has impeccable moral standards, and you look at that person in your brain, anytime you're thinking, okay, should I do this? Then ask your question, how would I feel trying to explain it to grandma? Or how would I feel if grandma knew everything about what I was doing? Would I feel comfortable? If the answer is yes, wonderful. If the answer is no, probably ought not to go there. So there's my rule, the grandma rule. And I hope that that can help you, whoever it is that you use in that process, to think through whenever you come to a question that you're wondering ethically, is this right or not? What are your thoughts? How do you stay on the correct side of the line? And what are the symptoms that you're seeing that move you across that line? Let me know in the comments. This is Don Crowther saying, just go do this stuff.